Hi, all. Welcome to another interview experience webinar. Our guest for today is Soumik Mazumdar, who is currently working as a senior software developer at NASDAQ. He has also previously worked in companies like Wipro, Globallogic, and CGI. So he has a lot of experience, and we'd be sharing with you all his preparation strategies and his tips and tricks to ace the interview. So we'd be starting the webinar soon. I'd request you all to invite your friends to join the webinar as we'll be starting soon. Also, you can drop in your comments with your queries, and I'd be addressing each one of them at the end of the session. So stay tuned till the end. So we'll be starting in a while. I can see 22 people online right now. Just a minute more, and we'll be starting. Okay, so without much further ado, I'd like to invite Souvik. Hi,
Hi,
Souvik.
hello
How are
everyone.
you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good as well.
Thank
Okay,
you for
so
asking.
we'll be starting this session. First of all, thank you so much for joining this session.
My pleasure.
Okay, so I start off this podcast by asking you about yourself. Can you please describe give a brief introduction?
Yeah, so hi, this is Souvik Mazumdar. I have 8 years of experience. I work as a full stack developer. Basically, the designation is called as senior software developer with NASDAQ. Uh, a technical guy. I've been working as a lead, as a developer. So yeah, I'm moving towards a role where I can, architect systems. And personally,
Okay,
I'm married
and okay, that's great. And
and I'm
can
from
you also
Bangalore.
please? Okay, you're from Bangalore. You're
Yeah.
currently in Bangalore, and you're working from home right now, right?
I'm not in Bangalore. I'm in my hometown, Jamshedpur, but I
Okay.
stay in Bangalore. I've come down for the festivals. Yeah.
Okay. So after the festival, you'll be going back.
Yeah, after Diwali, I'll be going back.
Okay. Can you please give a brief introduction about your company as well?
So Nasdaq is basically a US stock exchange. So a lot of these companies who go IPO, they get listed with Nasdaq, and so it's there are a lot of different countries which list the companies from those countries basically list their stocks with Nasdaq. So you have Sweden and you have like 7 8 more countries, but mostly it's the US based stock exchange. And yeah, so I'm mostly in the tech part of it.
Okay. So you must be handling the website of Nasdaq, right?
Yeah, so I'm part of the web development team for the nasdaq.com, and I'm working as the senior software developer there.
Okay. So moving forward, I'd like to ask you about the opportunity. Where did you get the opportunity? Like, was it on your college campus or did you find it outside your college?
So I was like 5 years, 5.5 years experience, and I was working with CGI. And I saw this post by Nasdaq on LinkedIn, and that's where I applied. And I got a call around 6 7 months later. I got a call, and then now yeah, I'm placed currently in Nasdaq. That's how it is. So Nasdaq
Okay.
basically in LinkedIn you will have a lot of job opportunities if there are openings, or else by referrals it's always there. Yeah.
Okay, so so guys, if you want to join Nasdaq, you can apply on LinkedIn, and definitely they'll get back to you. So, Souvik, my next question for you is about the technical round, your interview. How many rounds were there, and can you please describe all the rounds?
Yeah, so NASDAQ has around 5 rounds. It starts with a technical managerial round. It will not be a very big round, but a half an hour round where the manager will try to understand your skills. And there will be few technical questions there. If you clear the first round, then you move into the a tech round where you have a senior software developer, a lead taking your interview. It will be mostly around your technology stack. So I'm a backend at .NET, and the front end I'm JavaScript. So I work on React, Angular, Vue, all kind of. So that round focuses totally on your coding skills and mostly in the part which they're looking for, like the tech stack. If it's a .NET or a Java or a React, so that kind. And then third round, if you move, then third round you have the architect round. That focuses on your algorithm skills, your coding skills. So I would say data structures and algorithm round would be the third round. So that is a bit tough round among all the three. And then fourth round goes into the HR round. You will have a 1 hour HR session where they will try to understand your personal and behavioral skills. And the last round is the VP round. So where he also again will talk to you about your projects, your skills, and will try to understand your personality, whether you are suitable in the team or not. And that's a very important round because people get rejected in that round as well. So that's a
Yeah,
very important
definitely.
round actually. So you have to be very good with your communication skills and very good with what you're speaking. You cannot just go haywire here and there around the bush. You have to talk exactly what he's asking.
Okay, okay. So as you were talking about your
Yeah.
third round, were they going too deep into DSA? Like there were there many questions in DSA?
I wouldn't say too deep into DSA, but your coding matters. So what matters is the problem they give, how quick you solve it, and then you optimize the problem. And then I wouldn't say much, but yeah, arrays, data structures has to be good. And I would say dictionary has to be good. You don't need to go into much deep into uh, binary trees or maps, not required. But yeah,
Okay, okay,
dictionary has to be good. At least you have to be very good with your hash tables and dictionaries.
okay, okay. Souvik, can you tell our audience your tech stack?
So I think I already said once. So I'm a full stack developer. My backend is .NET Core. So I write APIs in .NET Core, and on the front end side, using React. I also know Vue, Angular. So tech matter changes based on your project, your role. So it's basically I'm a full stack guy. So I can work on Python as well. I can work on Java also. But currently it's just .NET Core and React for now. And you have obviously JavaScript core, JavaScript knowledge that's required to do all your
Right.
coding on the UI side. Yeah.
Okay, okay, that's great. So moving on, I'd like to ask about your projects. What were your projects that you did, and what did you put in your resume to make it look different?
So I think the resume, a very important fact that I wanted to make it different is I wanted a one-pager resume. I have been interviewing people before in my previous orgs, and I have seen huge resumes. So I never wanted to have a big resume because I know nobody goes outside your first page. So I had a one-page resume, and in my all my projects, I just put specific things like what are the unique thing I'm doing in that particular project. Because for a full stack guy or any developer, it's a very normal stuff that you're doing, like coding. So you just can't write your coding. What is that advantage that you gave to the company? How was that they improved? What was how did you improve the product, or how did you remove the blocker? So that's what I focused on, where I had the keywords. If I'm working with microservices, so I'm putting it very strict. Okay, I'm working with microservices. I'm working on a scalable API where I have millions of users coming in. So I think those keywords are required, and that's what I did on my resume.
Oh, okay, okay. So projects are pretty important in leaving an impression on the interviewees thing, right? And
Yes,
also
it's
your projects need to be different and unique as well.
yes, that's what I said. That, yeah, it has to be unique because it's finally you're a full stack guy or a back end guy or a front end guy. You are working the same across all organizations. What's different in each organization that you worked on? Okay, have you worked on some caching? Have you worked on some performance improvement? Have you worked on some memory management? Have you worked on data leak issues? What is this? Have you worked on synchronization issues? So those things has to be mentioned clearly on which project had that difference. We don't want. I think The interviewers don't want that you just put that some random stuff that okay, coding front end, coding back end. No, nobody wants that. So it has to be very clear on what you're working on.
And many students like they copy different uh, projects from other colleagues or students and just put it there just for the sake of projects. We have done these projects, and in real fact they haven't.
So what
So
happens is when you put such stuff, people start asking questions. So all the rounds you will have,
yeah,
but part of the round 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes, I think, which I missed previously. Good that you asked me. So you will have that 10-15 minutes talking about your projects. So that's
of
where
course.
they know, and interviewers know, they are professional guys. Like me interviewing a 2 year or 3 year guy, I'll know where are the faults. So I'll just ask those type of. I will not ask what you did every day. I'll ask, okay, how did you solve this issue in your project? Okay, you had microservices. So how did you sync different microservices? So I would ask such kind of questions. So that's where the candidates who copy get caught. So it has to be like, if what you're working on, do that. If you've done a very simple thing, like you wrote a stored procedure, just write that I wrote a stored procedure. That's it.
Yeah,
Don't fake it, or you'll get caught.
of course,
Yeah.
definitely. Anyway, so can you describe your preparation strategies as well for the students?
Oh yeah. So I think one of the big places that I currently am actually giving like Gigs for Geeks. So they have a very nice app. So I always have it handy in my mobile. So I just follow Geeks for Geeks for all my data structures and algorithm preparations. I do my work diligently. So that's very important because your tech stack mostly remains the same. Little bit here and there changes, but language doesn't matter, your logic matters. So if you have a good DSA and algorithm, I think, which preparation all my was around it, in Geeks for Geeks, a little bit of lead code for preparing, also some other platforms. So what important is you have to code outside your office hours. You have to practice coding, because first rounds, a lot of companies, even though NASDAQ can have it, my project didn't have it, but some other projects might have it, where they will give you first round in 1.5 hours. You have to solve 3-4 problems. So that's where you have to have fast coding skills and data structures and algorithms. Yeah. So I just practiced and I did my work diligently. That's what I would say.
Okay, Souvik, so have you also done competitive programming, and is it also an important aspect?
Yeah, that's what I said. So competitive programming is very important, because I said as there will be rounds where you have to code, and even in the interview when you are coding in front of interviewers, and you have to speak out what you are coding first of all. So they will listen to you and then they will ask you questions. You have to optimize the code. So if you're not doing competitive programming, then that's not possible. So yeah, I did that, and that's very important. So there are a lot of
Like
good
there are
platforms
many,
available.
yeah, there are
Yeah.
many platforms like CodeChef and HackerRank or etc.
Yes, Code Chef, HackerRank. So that's what you said. Lead Code. Go for Lead Code. Lead Code is a good
Lead
platform.
Code. Okay.
Yeah, it actually is a very good platform. So I would always suggest prepare from Lead Code, and yeah, HackerRank and Code Chef anyways are good. Yeah.
Okay. So moving on, I'd like to address some of the comments from students. So Nocturnal Soul asks about how much SQL code do you use at your job?
Okay. So I am currently using SQL Server. I am not using NoSQL, but depends on project to project. There are projects which are database oriented. There you have a lot of SQL to be used. But whenever we are interviewing, I don't see much focus on SQL for a full stack guy. They will just need basics. Some 5 minutes of questions will be there, and you should be knowing what are indexes. Basics should be very clear. That's important. And so since we are not using too much of it, once it's ready, it's ready, and then you just solve some issues or write some small stored procedures. So, but yeah, it's not much of a skill.
Okay, Nocturnal Soul, I think you got the answer of this question. Next up is Srishti Gupta, who asked what should be the correct way to learn DSA from start.
Okay, so I think we have already gone through this now. Geeks for Geeks is the platform. I think all the developers will tell you is the platform. You have questions from all major organizations. Go over it as well as you can, and then start practicing. Use lead code probably so to do your practicing. Do competitive programming. But I would say your start point should be Geeks for Geeks. Just go over. Start from anywhere you want. Just go over. But yeah, you have to start from arrays and all. I think that they will know by default. But yeah, Geeks for Geeks is a very good platform to practice your data structures and algorithms.
Yeah, you just need to start somewhere, right?
Yes.
Geeks for
Yes.
Geeks may be the first platform for you. You can go for others as well, but I think
Yes.
Geeks for Geeks is the best and have the best material for you.
Yes.
Param
It
Patel
is. It
asked
has.
about, yeah,
Go ahead.
Param Patel asked about the OS knowledge. What about it, and is it required?
Okay, so I think Param probably is looking towards, I think, a fresher level job. I don't know, 2 years. So yeah, OS knowledge is required. I was talking about memory leaks. So if you don't understand operating system, how it works, what are the cores, parallel programming, you can't do that. So OS knowledge is very important, and you have to understand what is cores, how does a processor work, when does a memory leak happen, and why does it happen. So OS knowledge is important.
Right. Okay. Okay, so that's it for today. I'd like to end this amazing session, and I'd like to thank you, Souvik, for this session.
My pleasure.
And yeah, and I hope you all the best for your future endeavors.
Thank you, Sheel, and all the best to all the people today logged in.
Yeah, thank you, Souvik. Bye.
Bye bye.
Okay, so guys, this that was Souvik, and he told you about the strategies he used and how to get into Nasdaq. How can you prepare for different interviews, and was DSA required? And we also addressed many questions from the people from the comment section. If you want to be our guest for our next webinar, be it interview experience or live mock DSA, we conduct live mocks every Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays, and Monday and Tuesdays we go for the interview experience. You can check out the link in the description below, and you can register yourself for our future webinars. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this session, and stay home and stay safe as always. Thank you. Bye bye.